to the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show. That's where I go for the latest planned info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio show. The all around town radio.
Good afternoon and welcome to the program, everybody. Hope you're doing great on this Monday. It is our weekend update. Mark Robinson from Sweet Sister Mercy bringing us this theme song right here. Going to tell you what we do all week long. Yes, he is.
It's the weekend review. It's a Bible coming for you. Speaking with the fans. Sometimes
Oh,
they
hi.
don't
There I am.
show well, whatever, man. Well, Common who's playing out off the open jam with the who's who of talent. Come Friday night, ready to raise some hell. With all you know, plan to do it well.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on a Monday. It's our weekend update. We've got a lot to talk about today. And if you saw somebody play over the weekend you want to give a shout out to, drop it in the comments. We'll pop it up there on the screen. We will. Got to say hi to Glenn on the YouTube channel, checking in first up today. George, buenas noches to you as well. Stephen Bell from Don't Tell Steve has joined the party. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Dave Wade in the house. Heidi ho, Dave Wade. From DV8 fame and Dreamboat Annie fame and Kernan Wade fame and just Wade fame. Yes, lots of it. Good afternoon, Twisted Fate. Thank you for joining us today. Good to have that band in the house. Jonathan Grooms is in the house. In the groove on the bass. The bass players are here today. I like it. Dave Wade, Jonathan Grooms in the house. Hi, Michael. How are you? Thanks for dropping by today. Chris Thompson in the house. Speaking of non-bass players, how about a drummer? What's going on, Chris? Thanks for dropping by today. We're going to talk about his band, Uncle Rico, here in just a couple minutes. If I don't quit hitting the microphone and making all kinds of noise. What's going on, people? You doing all right? Steve Short in the house. Jamie, how are you? 1330 is represented today. Hello to you as well. Rick Kern in the house. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for dropping in today. Hi, Wild Bill Video. How are you, buddy? Good to see you on here as well. We got a lot to talk about. And again, if you saw somebody play over the weekend and you want to drop it in the comments, please do. Please do. Yes. Thanks for the Scotty, Michelle. Now I'm going to get all the beam me up Scotty comments on the show. You know how that goes. They do. And Glenn said, great show on Friday with Kernan Wave. Kernan Wave. We call him Wave now. It's the wave in his hair. Yeah. No, not really. But yes, Dave Wade, Rick Kern, always a great party. Hello, Jim McCarthy. How are you? Thank you for dropping in. There we go. He says Kern and Wade was fun on Friday night. I bet it was. It's always fun with those guys around. Absolutely. Hey, welcome to the program, guys. It's All Around Town Radio's weekend update. We do it on a Monday. Your number one source for live local music, news, bands, venues, and more right here in your home for everything music. Thanks for sharing the shows. We appreciate it because on Thursday you shared really well. I forgot we did a Friday show too, but on Thursday you shared very well. We had 3.8 thousand views on that one for our Who's Playing Out segment. And we want to thank you for that because it's all about your sharing. Sharing is caring. And that's the way it works. Who else we got checking in today? Steve Krakus is in the house. Afternoon all, he says. The man, I had to touch his hair yesterday. I did, just to see if it was real. Because he's got one hell of a head of hair. He does. Dirk Turner, good to see you over the weekend, my friend. Dirk from Crying Out Loud in the house. Billy McCarthy in the house. Thank you, my friend. It's good to see you from the Billy Rock Band. Doing it to it. Like it. Hey, if we're looking a little weird out there on your screen, maybe blurry, something's shaking, I don't know. Who knows? Let us know. But we're still having the Wi-Fi dilemma. I was on the phone for 2 hours today with our friends from Spectrum Sucks. Yes, we were talking to them. And yeah, they, This is what's so funny. Haven't had service from them, and it's been spotty at best, even no service for a month and a half. And they are throwing at me, sir, we'll give you a $15 credit. Guess I shouldn't comment on that, should I? No, I should probably leave that alone. Hello, Jim Kilroy. Good to have you with us. Kenny Patterson in the house from Fort Myers, my old stomping ground. Thanks for checking in, Kenny. Hope you're having fun down there in the warm sun of Florida. You're where you are, your right eye's blurry anyway. There you go, Glenn. Well, I know that's how it works. But if it's blurry, I apologize, but there's nothing I can do about it because honestly, I'm showing Frozen on Facebook on my iPad, but we'll just keep going. And you guys listen and talk. And if we're frozen, you tell me. If you're seeing us, that's a good thing, I hope. Let me talk also about a couple more things before we get into our weekend in review. You can follow us on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, if you will. We are also on the TikTok, but we don't do anything on there. We just watch people's videos. But we do have a page on the TikTok, and we're on X, as it used to be known, Twitter. But I don't tweet either. So who's got time for that shit? I mean, I'm telling you. Diana, how are you? Thanks for dropping in. And Jamie says his vision's blurry anyway. Well, I'm sorry your vision's blurry, but it's probably good when you're watching me on here because I got a face for radio. You know, that's the way I tell people. And don't forget, guys, our weekly programming every Monday. It is, of course, our weekend update. Tuesday, Hot Topic Tuesday with my lovely co-host with the most, Karis, who will be joining me for Joy and Judgment. I'm the joy. She's the judgment. Keep that in mind. That's what's going on tomorrow. And we'd love to see you send us some of your topics. If you have a hot button topic that's going on in music, something that gets under your skin a little bit, maybe about local music, send it to us. We'd be glad to address it on the show and get some opinions from people and generally hate on it. So please send it to us. We'd love to hear that. Hi, Carol. Thank you for being here. Good to have you with us. Look at all these people. Yeah, I'm frozen now. I know I'm frozen now. I can see that I'm frozen now on the main screen, but we'll get back to it. It'll come back. So we're just going to keep going today. Compliments of my friends at Spectrum. This frozen area is brought to you by Spectrum today, guys. Let's talk about some fun stuff that happened this past week. Mike Reeder was on the show on Wednesday, proprietor of the Village Theater and such. And if you didn't get to see Mike, you should have, because it was good. Yes. I'm doing a couple things here in the studio, guys, to try to restore here if we can and switch Wi-Fi. So give me just a minute. I'll try to switch to a different connection if we can and see what happens here. Maybe not. You never know, but we hope. Hope you're all doing all right as I'm ad-libbing here when I want to talk about some great bands and people we saw over the weekend and give you a chance to see that. But yes, at least I wasn't making a goofy face when it froze. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for telling me it's frozen. I know it is. And hopefully it'll come back here in a minute. I'm hoping. If it doesn't, oh, well, we'll do what we got to do. But this is compliments of our great friends at Spectrum today. If you can hear us, can you still hear me? That's the question. And Kenny, I will be there Saturday at the Winter Blues Experience. We're going to have them on the show, actually, on Wednesday. And Jamie said it was a great interview with Mike Reeder. So obviously you're hearing me, so that's good. I'm glad you're all hearing me. I'll get back to it as soon as it decides to give me access here to the control panel. And the Wi-Fi comes back. Let's see what's shaking here with it. It says it's there. Oh, now it's going to get real angry with me probably, but we'll see what happens. Thank you, Roger Bates. I appreciate you being here. If for some reason we leave you all, come back on when we come back live, guys, because it'll be coming in there. But I want to talk about our Friday night and thank Mike Reeder for being on Wednesday with us. I want to also say, if you're unfamiliar with it, watch our show from last Friday because we're talking about a fundraiser going on for Nick and Pam Mitchell that's taking place this Thursday that I'll be at. And love you to be there and support them. Pam, Nick's wife, Nick has played music in the Dayton area for years and years. And Pam, his wife, had a brain hemorrhage and is just now in a rehab center, spent 40 days in the ICU. And we're all trying to rally together to see if we can help him. And we'll keep the audio going. We will. We're just going to keep the audio going. The video's sucking right now, but it may come back. We'll see what shakes here as soon as the fine folks from Spectrum get it together. Yes. Anybody ever used Alta Fiber? Somebody message me and let me know if there's an option. We have Alta Fiber. We have Point Broadband in our neighborhood. So if anybody has any suggestions, send them to me, because we're trying to get it back up and running here to a fun level. I use a little hockey puck too, but I can't switch to it right now or it'll kill the show. So we'll see what goes on. All right. I want to talk about Uncle Rico at Mr. Burroughs Tavern on Friday night. We got to see them. What a show. As always, Chris Thompson on drums, Jay Grant on guitar, John Hay on keys, Bob Stumbaugh on bass, and the killer frontman, Jim Bodish, on lead vocals and guitar. What a freaking crazy party it was at Mr. Burroughs that night. Crazy. And I know we're frozen right now with Jamie's comment on the comments. I'll get to your comments here, guys, as soon as it lets me get back into the groove here, if we can. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to try at least. Let me see what we've done here. Let me do anything. Man, it is not helping at all. There we go. Maybe we're coming back. Let's see what shakes. I see some black screen. And let's see. There we go. I'm back. Hey, we're back. So yeah, I can see the captions are coming. So you're hearing the audio. And Jim McCarthy says Alta Fiber's much better. Thank you, Jim, for that. Send me messages, guys, on PM if you can, if you have details of things you would suggest, because we need good upload. We do. And I've been thawed out, Dewey says. Yes, we're not frozen anymore. We're thawed out. So let me go back. Uncle Rico at Mr. Burroughs. Chris Thompson on drums, Jay Grant on guitar, John Hay on keys, Bob Stumbaugh on bass, and Jim Bodish leading the craziness. What a great party it was. Not an open seat in the place and a whole bunch of standing room only crowd there. Gosh, let me talk about some of their songs if I can for just a minute, and keep the comments coming, guys. I want to see your comments out there. If you saw anybody play over the weekend you want to recognize, please drop it in the comments as well, or place it on our page. We ask about that. We actually put up a post yesterday and asked for pictures of the last band you saw playing, and man, it was fun. Had a lot of great photos come in of different musical acts. So here's some of the set list. Set one. Let me run through set one. Too Much Time on My Hands was in there. Peace of Mind by Boston. I Love Rock and Roll. Joan Jett. I'm the Only One. Melissa Etheridge. Go Your Own Way. Jump. Separate Ways. Here for the Party. Gretchen Wilson song. Shut Up and Dance. Uptown Funk. Is this their set list? Maybe it's not. You know what? It's not. I have the wrong damn set list up. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Chris Tom. Why am I even reading those songs? Jesus, the computer's gone crazy, guys. Sorry. I had their set list up, but it's not here anymore. So Chris, throw your set list in, damn it. Great songs that was the Gamut set list from a week ago. So thank you, computer. I give up. I need a producer. Somebody get in here and help me. Somebody get in here and help me, if you will. I'll get there in just a minute. I have their set list. I promise I have it. I do. But let's chat more about their frontman annex and craziness that goes on there. Mr. Jim Bodish. Chris, that's not our set list. I love it. Yeah, I know. I'm losing it today. And thank you, Jim. Send me a private message on that way. I'd love to talk about that right now, but I'm having enough trouble getting this shit going. Yeah, I am. Yes. And let me talk about Jim Bodish for a minute. I want to do that. They avoid Journey songs. Thank you, Chris. Jim Bodish gave me a prized possession that night. Not only did this item have his sweat on it, he actually touched it. And I asked him for an autograph. He said he doesn't give autographs. He's kind of a diva that way. But Jim Bodish gave me the official Jim Bodish Bud Light bottle cap. And I kept it because it had his sweat on it. It's kind of like Elvis. But thank you, Jim Bodish, for that. I'll cherish that forever. It'll be in the studio here forever. Where can I put this in the studio? Can I put it back here? I don't know. Let's throw it back there. There it goes. All right. It's back there somewhere. The Jim Bodish bottle cap. It's wonderful. It is. But they had some great songs. I don't know what happened to that set list. It was up on the screen now. It popped over to the set list from the Gamut, but sorry about that. Chris, do you have anything? Chris Bueller? Yes, the bottle cap. The amount of musician royalty that was in the house. Matt Smith from Stranger, Larry Offner from Love Bomb, along with Kobe Utterback from Love Bomb, Chris Reynolds, David Linda from Last Call, Niles Johns and Dirk Turner were in the house from Crying Out Loud. Man, just to name a few. It was like musician royalty night there. Everybody came to see Uncle Rico. It was a great party. We had a wonderful time. And just a whole lot of fun. This band's fun. And if you haven't seen them, go see them. Make some comments, people. Let me know you're still out there, too. I've lost half the audience thanks to the Wi-Fi issue. I don't know why anybody would want to see my face, but there it is. So thank you. Thanks to Mr. Burroughs Tavern for hosting Uncle Rico. And what a great night it was. Packed house, full of people. And Chris is not coming through with my set list. So I don't know what we'll do here. I even took pictures of the set list. I mean, how crazy is that? But you do what you got to do. You do. I'm trying to see here. And for some reason, everything is going haywire. So let me talk about Saturday night for a minute, if I can. And thank you, Uncle Rico, for a great night, as always. Saturday night, went to the Schuster Center, Performing Arts Center in Dayton, and got a chance to check out the Cher Show. Now, I'm going to tell you, the people watching's fun at this show to begin with, but also let me throw in a little pun here and say, believe me when I say this is a must-see show. The Cher Show is a must-see show. You're going to want to see this show, people. You are, because it is flat amazing. It is an extravaganza for the mind and soul. It's an amazing show that absolutely exceeded my expectations. I didn't see it on Broadway, so I don't know what the Broadway version was, but I could tell you I was hugely impressed with the folks who were a part of this show and the folks who put it on. It was amazing. The singing, dancing, acting, costumes, set lighting, design, everything, music. It was a great time. And you'll enjoy it if it comes to you. If it comes to Cincinnati peeps, go see it. It was, it's a good one. And please believe me when I say you want to see this. There are 3 leads in this show that play the young Cher, the middle Cher, the 70s Cher, and then the current Cher. They are all fantastic vocalists, play their part wonderfully. Sonny, the gentleman who plays the part of Sonny, he's hilarious, and it is great. And then, you know, they take you through the 60s era where Cher gets at 16 years old, becomes famous, basically, and runs off with Sonny, and they do their thing and, have a kid and all those other things that go on. The 70s fame of TV that Cher was involved with, and then her marriage to Greg Allman and some of that craziness that took place. And then all the motion pictures she was in and finally winning an Oscar and such. It is a true tribute to the longevity of Cher. And it starts out really funny. If you remember the video, the provocative video, the turn back time video, where she was dressed in this scantily dressed, I should say. She comes out joking about that, the character that the third Cher, so to speak, in the group. And she comes out and talks about how much she enjoys being around these sailors who are all these guys dancing and having a big cannon between her legs, because that's what was in that video. And it was just a great time. And it was good. Oh, thank you for some of those songs in there. And Steve Craigus. Yes, it was the first song that plagued us with auto-tune. It probably was. And they joked about it in there, actually. Her mom came out in the show with a little box in her hand and hit a button, and then it went into that auto-tune sound. And so there's a lot of humor in the show, a lot of fun. If you've never been to the Schuster Center in Dayton, it's a unbelievably great venue to go see Broadway productions. We have season tickets to the Schuster and enjoy every single one of those. Tina Turner coming up. Looking forward to that as well. But you'll enjoy this one. The 3 leads, like I said, they're fantastic. And always a good time when you head to the Schuster Center. And got to give a big shout out to our dinner spot as well, Hickory on Brown Street, that we go to before we head to the Schuster to any show. And they take very good care of us there. So thank you. Yeah, one of the best steaks you'll ever eat at the Hickory on Brown. You can argue, I'll fight you about the Pine Club. People say the Pine Club in Dayton's the best. I'm going to tell you the Hickory on Brown beats it every time. It does. But that's just my opinion only. And Steve says, beautiful venue for sure. Absolutely. Hi, Ed Sawicki. Thanks for being here. Hi, Judy. Thanks for dropping in. And Nicholas from Desolate in the house. Thank you so much. And yeah, lots of good stuff shaking here on the program today. Thanks to all the musicians who've shown up here on a Monday and joined us. Bill has he said he saw the Thursday Jam in Montgomery, then Bedford Band on Friday at the Poorhouse in Hamilton. Billy Rock Band Saturday at the Bell and the Bear, and the Sunday Blues Jam at the Phone Booth. I don't know if I saw any videos on Billy Rock yet. Did you do any of those, Bill? I love the Billy Rock Band. I do. So that was our Saturday night, guys. We had Uncle Rico on Friday. I took Thursday off, actually. And then on Friday, Uncle Rico. Saturday, Share Show at the Schuster in Dayton. And then Sunday, I had the honor of attending a wonderful event for Melissa Singer-Reed of DV8, her birthday party at the Blue Note in Harrison. What a great event they threw for her. And Melissa, one of the kindest, nicest souls you'll ever meet, and an amazing singer and front woman for DV8. And I will tell you that there was a huge crowd there for her birthday. There's a lot of love for her. And a shout out to her kids, Lee and Maddie, for throwing this surprise party and actually blowing her mind when she walked in and saw all of us there. 100 or better people there at least for the event, maybe more. And, so many there to help celebrate the birthday of a wonderful lady. And I got to give Brian Middendorf a big shout out. He made the food, and the food was excellent as well. It's it was just, that's a great family of people. DV8's family is. It's the people that surround that band, that are in that band, that do production for that band, are some of the best people in the music industry. So great times there for Melissa, and happy birthday to Melissa. Let's all give her a happy birthday shout out. If you know her, give her a happy birthday, because it's important. She's a great lady, and she gives back so much to a lot of people. And I was so happy to see the smile on her face. And I think she cried for 30 minutes when she got there before she ever was able to pull it together enough to work the room and go tell everybody hi and all the things she had to do, because they surprised the heck out of her, I believe. And thanks to the Blue Note for always being a great venue and hosting that and allowing that party to take place there, because it was good. Oh, there's Melissa. She's hiding in the background. How you doing, Melissa? Thanks for being here. Happy birthday to you. And Steve says, as sweet as they come. Absolutely. Steve, you are so fortunate. I've told you that several times, to have landed in this band and part of this band, because it is a family, not just a band, and wonderful, wonderful group of people. And I love being around those people. It brings me great happiness to be around people like that. They're just good folks. So happy birthday again, Melissa, and shout out to you. Can't wait to see you play. Looking forward to all those summer events where DV8 kills it outside in those big outdoor venues with tons of people, and the crowds are rocking, and it's wonderful. So thank you so much for the invite to Lee and Maddie for inviting us to the party and being a part of that. It was wonderful. And Melissa says tomorrow is her actual birthday. Okay, well, we'll shout you out again tomorrow, because, we have to. And we won't tell anybody how old you are unless you want us to. 29 looks great on you, by the way. It does. And Diana says happy birthday to Melissa. And she's just a sweetheart. So thank you, Melissa. It was so nice to see you yesterday and be part of that special occasion for you. Don't forget, guys, Tuesday, Hot Topic Tuesday. Karis and I will be here. What do you want us to talk about tomorrow? Well, send us a message. Let us know if you have a hot topic. Would love to hear from you. Send something our way, and we'll get it there. And, I'll ship it to Karis, and we'll see what we can pull off tomorrow. Wednesday with the band, I will have Peter and Ed Sawicki. Peter will be here. A bunch of folks will be here. from the Cincy Winter Blues Experience. Plus, some of the folks that are playing that show will be joining me on Wednesday at noon with Wednesday with the Band. We look forward to that. Coming up the following week, we're going to talk production on a Wednesday with the Band with the immortal, so to speak, for lack of a better term, Todd Buck, Tim Butterfield to be on there with me, and we're going to talk lighting and sound and all the fun stuff that goes along with that to make bands look good. So we're looking forward to that one on our Wednesday with the Band segment. And don't forget, always our Thursday show. It's Who's Playing Out, brought to you by our friends at Froggies and Monroe. Send us a message if you want your band featured on our list. And Steve said Lee and Maddie knocked it out of the park. Yes, absolutely. And Melissa is blessed to have two great kids like that who just care so much for their mom and all that. It's cool to see. It really is. And yes, Brian, I've always said Todd Buck he's superhuman. Todd Buck has superhuman hearing. He is a genius behind the soundboard. And I'm looking so forward to seeing if I can pull some words out of Todd Buck. Maybe if we get him talking about techno stuff, he can figure out how to talk about it, because Todd's a man of few words sometimes. Now, Tim, if we get him a few drinks, he'll talk all day. That's fun. We like that. So, yes, really good stuff. Looking forward to them being on here as well. So that's it for today, guys. We did it in about 26 minutes, so that's a good one. I'm glad to do it early today and get it done. And anybody else out there that has a comment or is watching after we're live and wants to give a band a shout out you saw over the weekend, that's what we're here for. Throw it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Until then, join us tomorrow at 5 for Hot Topic Tuesday, spreading joy and judgment. You know how it is. Have you seen that? Have you seen the picture of joy and judgment? Here it is, right here. Hot Topic Tuesday, spreading joy and judgment, live at 5 every Tuesday here at All Around Town Radio. Until then, guys, we'll leave you with Sweet Sister Mercy going out with their theme song as well. Thanks for watching today. Have a great day. Get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene.
Hey, there's Dewey.
For the community with great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the.
And there's the lovely Melissa. Showing the love, as always, Melissa. Hi, Steve. Thank you, Jody.